Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers document that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, thought he was past his crisis. But the fainting spells that he thought were connected to a brain bleed go well beyond a modest problem. Doctors Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, and Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, were shocked and raced to the other involved physician. John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, is enmeshed in what has become a chilling storyline. Fans are now wondering if Liam's diagnosed inoperable brain mass will lead to his dying, or if a soapy miracle cure will be the eventual climax. Great credit to Liam for being a committed father. He discharged himself from the hospital and got to the Cliff House. Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris McKinley, was ready for the dance, dressed in what could have also been an Easter outfit at the start of what should have been a glorious weekend. She was waiting for her dad, who was unusually late. Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missinswood, had a balancing act to perform, in not being able to tell Kelly that Liam was in the hospital. But Steffi only knew part of the story. Like Finn and the audience, she was about to be shocked into a new reality. Liam has faced various accidents and other maladies before. But the coming health fight will be the hardest of his life because of the word terminal. Grace dropped that word when telling Finn about the mass being inoperable. Bridget was brought to tears as she realized the implications of this stunning reveal. Finn was taken aback, but not enough to prevent him from quickly relaying the news to Steffi. So Liam's reckless decision to pull all the medical attachments out of his body and discharge himself led to a far more significant leak than he was trying to cover. Liam's desire to keep what he thought was a manageable health issue from most people who know him was defeated in that moment. Steffi, in particular, isn't bound by any doctor-patient confidentiality agreement and will probably feel compelled to tell Liam's loved ones, possibly even Kelly, what she's learned. Hope Logan's, Annika Noel, split from Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, felt rushed, and it was. Devoted viewers felt something was ahead for both characters. It was easy to see that Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, wanted Carter and wouldn't do whatever it took to make him recognize that Hope wasn't Mrs. Right. That's happened, though Carter is still impacted by Hope dumping him. But the audience now knows why Noel's character was split from St. Victor's in recent weeks. Hope needed to be available to be there for Liam in his time of great need. As the bold and the beautiful fans know, few characters live in a constant state of chaos and emotional turmoil quite like Liam Spencer. His life has been one of love triangles, shifting loyalties, and difficult decisions. But what happens when a man, struggling with the weight of his past, makes a decision so reckless that it sets off a chain of events that could alter the course of his future forever? Liam's choices in the coming days may lead him down a dangerous path, one that will ultimately reveal a miracle, but not in the way he or anyone else expects. Let's dive deep into the twisted drama that is about to unfold, exploring the behind-the-scenes secrets, the motives of the people surrounding Liam, and how one reckless decision could change everything. Liam's desperation to fix his family. For months, Liam Spencer has been living with the heavy guilt of his fractured family, caught between the woman he loves, Steffi, and the one who holds a place in his heart, Hope. His marriage to Hope has been anything but stable, and his connection to Steffi only complicates matters further. His heart torn, Liam has found himself at a crossroads, desperate to fix the mess he's created. But as the bold and the beautiful fans know, when Liam gets desperate, his decisions are not always well thought out. Liam's growing frustration with his inability to reconcile his feelings for both women is driving him to seek answers in the wrong places. He's been having secret meetings with Steffi, trying to sort out his feelings and at the same time, doing his best to pretend everything is fine with Hope. But it isn't. Deep down, Liam knows that Hope feels betrayed by his wavering loyalties, and that tension has only been growing. The cracks in his marriage are becoming more evident by the day. He knows he has to make a decision, but the pressure of balancing both women is consuming him. And it is at this emotional breaking point that Liam makes a decision that could have deadly consequences. Liam's reckless choice, a desperate attempt to fix everything. Liam's big mistake comes when he decides to take matters into his own hands in a way that is both impulsive and dangerous. In a moment of emotional vulnerability, he reaches out to Steffi for comfort, and the conversation takes a darker turn. They talk about their shared history, the deep connection they have, and their undeniable chemistry. Liam tells Steffi that he doesn't want to hurt her anymore, that he can't bear to live in this fractured state. What Liam doesn't realize, however, is that his conversation with Steffi is being overheard by none other than Sheila Carter. Sheila has been lying in wait, watching Steffi's life closely, knowing that Steffi's bond with Liam is a point of deep pain for her. Sheila has been patiently waiting for an opportunity to wreak havoc on Steffi's life, and now, with Liam's guilt and emotional turmoil in full swing, she sees her chance. Liam, in an attempt to fix his life, promises Steffi that he will make a decision once and for all. He vows to finally put his family back together, though he is still torn between Hope and Steffi. Sheila, who has been quietly manipulating behind the scenes, uses this moment to plant a seed of doubt in Liam's mind. Sheila's manipulation, a deadly plot unfolds. As Sheila listens in, she realizes that Liam's unstable state is exactly what she needs to manipulate him into making the worst decision of his life. She begins to craft a plan to intervene in Liam's personal life by sowing seeds of confusion, planting false information, and manipulating him into believing that the only way to fix his family is to completely sever ties with Hope and throw his lot in with Steffi. Sheila's intentions are, as always, destructive. She is determined to cause chaos between Liam and Hope, even if it means playing on his deepest vulnerabilities. Sheila's interference escalates when she approaches Liam, pretending to be a voice of reason. She feigns concern for him, telling him that Steffi needs him and that Hope, despite what she says, will never truly forgive him. At first, Liam is resistant, but Sheila's manipulation is so subtle and convincing that he begins to question his own decisions. The idea of being with Steffi, of reuniting with his past love, starts to seem like the only viable solution to his internal struggles. Sheila knows that by pushing Liam closer to Steffi, she can not only shatter his family, but also ensure that Steffi's life is once again turned upside down. Hope's heartbreak. The consequences of Liam's choices. While Liam begins to cave to Sheila's pressure, Hope is fighting her own emotional battles. She has been sensing that something isn't right with Liam, and the cracks in their marriage are becoming increasingly apparent. But when Liam's decision finally becomes clear, Hope is devastated. Hope confronts Liam after he makes a public declaration of his decision. He has chosen Steffi. The pain in Hope's eyes is undeniable as she listens to Liam explain that he needs to be with the person he truly loves. For Hope, it feels like the final betrayal. She believed that they could work things out, that they could repair the damage done by their past mistakes, but now it seems that all hope is lost. In a moment of raw emotion, Hope tells Liam that she never wanted to compete for his love. She wanted him to choose her freely, without outside interference. But with Sheila's plot taking root and Liam's confusion clouding his judgment, Hope feels that Liam's decision is not his own. She believes that Sheila has somehow played a part in this, though she has no proof. But the damage is done. Hope begins to pull away, unable to live with a man who has so easily chosen another woman over her. A miracle is dead ahead, the unexpected twist. As Liam's decision causes a cascade of events that tear apart his relationships with both Hope and Steffi, something unexpected happens. Just when it seems like all is lost, a miracle of sorts occurs. But it's not the kind of miracle anyone could have predicted. In a twist that will leave fans speechless, the once seemingly all-powerful Sheila Carter's plans begin to unravel. In her bid to manipulate Liam, she has overlooked one crucial factor: her own obsession with control. As Sheila digs deeper into her web of lies, she accidentally reveals her true intentions to Steffi. Steffi, already emotionally exhausted from her history with Liam, finally puts the pieces together. Realizing that Sheila has been pulling strings all along, Steffi takes matters into her own hands. She confronts Sheila, forcing her to come clean about everything. Sheila's plans begin to fall apart as Steffi exposes her lies to Liam. When Liam realizes the full extent of Sheila's manipulation, his world shatters once again. The guilt he already feels over his fractured relationships is now compounded by the realization that he has allowed someone like Sheila to influence his decisions. But in this moment of clarity, Liam also realizes that the only way forward is to rebuild, not just with hope, but with Steffi too. The road ahead. Redemption and healing. The drama of Liam's reckless decision, coupled with Sheila's manipulations, sets the stage for a lengthy period of redemption and healing for all involved. While the damage done to Liam's relationships cannot be undone overnight, the truth will set the stage for a renewed sense of hope, both for Liam and for the women in his life. For Hope, this betrayal could either be the end or the beginning of a new chapter in her life. She may choose to walk away from Liam forever, finding peace in moving on and focusing on her own future. Or in a twist of fate, she may come to realize that she and Liam still have a chance to rebuild what was lost, with the knowledge that they can never return to their old selves. For Steffi, the road to redemption with Liam will be fraught with complications. Though she may have been manipulated into believing she was the answer to Liam's problems, Steffi knows that trust must be rebuilt, and that the damage done by Sheila cannot be undone easily. And for Liam, this is a moment of reckoning. His reckless decision has brought him to a place where he must face the consequences of his actions and make amends for the people he has hurt. But in the process, he may just discover that the greatest miracle is not the reunion with one woman, but the healing of his fractured soul and the redemption of his past mistakes. In the end, The Bold and the Beautiful reminds us that life is full of twists and turns. But sometimes, even in the most reckless of decisions, there lies the potential for growth and change. Whether Liam's miracle is dead ahead or merely waiting to be discovered, only time will tell. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful YouTube channel for more update news.